updated my ebook. Had to get that done first if I did anything. Just getting back, so I have to fix everything that kind of broke when I got blue screened when I logged earlier. Give me 1 sec. Just make sure everything kick against win off on. Just added my spacing switch concept to my ebook with reads and routes you don't see me use on stream too often. So kind of keep that in mind. I kind of go a little bit more out of my way when I work on stuff that's on the unlisted content. So definitely, if you have the ebook, you will be carving people up like a Thanksgiving turkey. Just throw it wherever you want, right? So if you have the ebook, man, you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna have a very fun Christmas. I'm just telling you. If not, definitely need to hit me up because you're gonna enjoy it. Other than that, I'm just gonna whoop some people up on regs. Hopefully, earlier was my first game and I ain't rusty this time around, but we'll see. Just gotta slow it down. Make sure we run. I gotta do that more. I know I get pass oriented too much, and you know sometimes people be on it, but we should be alright.
No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black.
Take your shots when you take your shots. Take your checks when you need to take your checks.
Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. Byron Pringle now to return it.
Well, Abrams just a monster. His impact blocked his lead blocker and then still got the hit stick off. Usually that's going to be receiver 2.
On play action, it's Mahomes.
Good pocket collapse.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Max Crosby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Way off.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. He is going to find Hill here.
I had that too.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. And
they won't let me get my user click.
A yard or two shy of the 30.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Complete. The tight end Kelsey.
Give him a little dink and dunks for right now.
20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just...
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 8 yards on the touchdown.
Beat me, you can't beat me, Dink and Duncan. I scored too fast.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0
So
game.
with the Chiefs, 3-minute drives, you gotta be faster than that, bro. I'm going to score fast, and then I'm going to figure your offense out, and then we're going to lock it up. And then it's just going to be insult to injury. We're just going to keep scoring. It's going to be too much for you.
Here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Carr trucks over him, fights off the defender, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Play action to Drake, now Carr. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
7 yards, the pickup there.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Raiders. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. On first and goal, Drake. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second and goal, Carr. And it is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Carr will look to throw. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
Good D.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little...
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens.
I should put a receiver
and
there.
He's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass.
Yeah,
what did you say?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Good sack.
And the Raiders have got him. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive back a little bit farther to try.
I see you, Sally.
That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Good D.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just
Added a new
wonder,
adjustment.
because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On 1st down, Drake. And
Let's check now.
his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On play action, now Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Almost the fuck out of him.
Effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run.
Got it that time.
And he gets us.
Can't fuck with my user.
15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, Carr.
User.
And that's going to be caught for a
That route is deadly, bro. You just got to set your protection up. I'll probably work on that formation next week on my ebook.
CD for them. This has just been an
Fuck that. We're going for two possession game.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
They'll try and throw for it. Goal line, but it's incomplete.
I should put Mariota in.
The difference, and they're right where they would have been with two PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes.
Yeah, that works in every formation. Yes, I'm definitely adding that to my defensive ebook.
First of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, he'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's second and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. A quick slant to Hill. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Final shot before the half.
I meant to shift him over.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, as time expires in the first half. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down.
Oh, that one. Normally I don't play man. I killed myself when I went 2-man. Thinking he was just going to go deep. And he went with a slant route across the field.
Contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Incomplete. So Charles,
he can't jump.
Game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They'll run. It's Drake.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah. Your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else,
Play.
Be warned, he's coming for you.
Fight for them yards.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Right back to Drake.
I didn't like going down. Might be. Depends on as long as I don't get blue screen.
In Chiefs territory, right at the 40. On the give, this is Drake. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Ooh, turn around. So I like doing that, putting the fullback at tight end. Audible to 21 personnel. They start coming out in dollar and quarters and shit. You got the advantage.
If you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead, regroup your guys, and figure out a way to slow down this attack.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
It's like you're going to rage quit. He rage quit. He didn't want to deal with it. Offense be doing it like that, man. So put your fullback, if you got one, at tight end. He's going to block a little bit better. People, they don't want to deal with that, bro. Because you take their comfortability away, whatever they feel like they might defend gun bunch with. Now they have to defend my strong close or my strong slot, and you're just going to torch them. If they don't come up and match personnel with what I have on the field and start playing personnel defense as opposed to sitting there trying to play match formation defense, I always try to think outside the box. You know, you gotta game plan for what people can do, not versus what they will do. Okay, that's just the difference between someone that just copy paste, spams meta offense defense versus someone that actually takes his time trying to find ways to attack defenses without having to sit there and copy someone else's idea. So.
Ready for football now from sunny Wisconsin. And off. Trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it.
Ooh, double whammy.
Turn out to the 27-yard line. UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. He was trying to dart through.
See how long it takes for the score.
A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to the
blitz.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game.
Appreciate it, man.
Reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The give is to Jones.
Try to get off. Don't be exactly on the line so he can't pick you up. You want to be a little bit off so that you can force that guard to come up and free a gap up behind him. Just trying to just find the right sweet spot where to stand if you want to play it like that. It has to be shorter than 5 yards. All right, so Trey Y. I'm actually going to hit him with the dollar.
On 3rd down, here's Jones.
Good shit, Abram.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Open man left side. It's the tight end Tunyon. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47.
Well, they picked up the 1st down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it.
It's taking them too long to score, bro.
In a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
It wasn't
taking them way too long to score against me.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
I'm a two gap.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down at 4. Now Rodgers.
Good blitz.
And the Raiders have got him. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss.
Actually, it was a 4-man rush. I wasn't even a blitz.
Looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
At 3rd and 15. Most people try to go to their money.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Ah, back to my. I should have played Cloud.
Did he keep the feet in? Yes,
should have played Cloud.
He got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball
Cloud would
in the
have
air
picked
a
it.
long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now a 1st down carry by
Good
Jones.
shit.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a
Try to force that
but
cut
if you're
back.
on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
We're scoreless after
Flip it.
1. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Rodgers going to throw.
There we go.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
I died. I put that play up in my my defensive ebook today. It's pretty consistent.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Got him again. Got him again. Let's go.
Away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from
So when you get them in long down situations, that's when this dollar defense gets better.
But you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive team.
I don't believe in just playing soft drop zones because then people can dial beaters up. You got to pressure them. Got to pressure.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
As long as good as my dollar defense is, I just don't.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. To throw is Rodgers.
Look at that.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with it.
My dollar defense, bro. It's in my defensive ebook.
The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a
They'll never come out in Trey White flex or empty in them long down situations.
1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Throwing to start the drive. Carr. Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
My guy is faster than yours.
Inside the 5. Touchdown. Deshaun Jackson. 51 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful
That's
offensively
how
until
you
that
score,
big
bruh.
strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt
Less
like
than
they were
6
coming
seconds.
back
It
to
took you a
the
quarter and a
first
half
quarter, but
to
in the
get
second
nothing.
quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up, and you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Put some
And he
pressure
is
on.
into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's Taylor.
Oh, I missed him.
He's past the 30.
Good tackle,
Solid
quick.
return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
All right. As long as we can keep him out of passing shotgun with his dollar, force him to kind of eat clock for us. We're going to try it against tight. Let me see. I would have to come.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many
Yeah,
times
just get contact on him.
coaches, and they use the term
He's not going to want to run the whole game.
offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense.
I got too many hitters for you to sit there and run.
This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. They find Cobb with a completion.
And you call blocking him back?
Inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger
Gunslinger
zone when you decide to blitz it.
saved the hell out of
If he's
him.
able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming
Good
from,
shot,
and
Yanni.
went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And
Next
he'll
few
go
hits.
down here right around the 23-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
There we go.
A reminder, coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence.
Good shit.
Down the field.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Is there a clear shift for?
On this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call
Good D.
fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
See, now we can just clamp his run down. He's not going to pass. He's too scared. He's too scared to pass.
It's Rodgers.
Look at there. That's the 2nd time I got him with that.
Back at the 23-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue able to disrupt.
So that's going to be my gun tight and 4-3 under.
3rd sack of the afternoon.
That'll be my gun tight defense. Why would you? Why? Just why?
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
I couldn't get that last adjustment on the field.
5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. A final shot before half for Rodgers.
Yeah, we were there.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers
We're beating them team, beating them up though, man. He's taking too many hits.
First half. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. To throw is Rodgers. A final shot before break. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He'll look downfield.
Can I get a late hit on the quarterback?
Overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I only had the ball for 2 plays, bro.
This is the NFL and it's on EA Sports.
I know for a fact his offense is tired. He's gonna get a lot of fumbles.
Quarter number 3.
He had the ball the entire first half and only scored 1 touchdown. That's sad.
Back underway in quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And
I seen that impact block over there, Sutton.
So a net negative there of 4 yards. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Carr. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson.
Too slow, bro. Stop playing man.
And he will score.
3 plays, 2 touchdowns.
Deshaun Jackson, 79 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys.
As long as we keep scoring, bro, I know his offense is already tired. As long as we keep scoring, bro, we Gucci.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Back in the end zone.
That ain't a conversion?
No, it's incomplete.
Are you kidding me?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, it's Taylor. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Because my defense is so fresh and his offense is not. Just kind of do some stuff.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Rodgers now on first down.
Not a good play.
He hits Adams complete.
But you took a hit by a defensive tackle.
But not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown.
Probably better bull rush both of them.
Drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now Jones. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 68 yards on the ground for him so far.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Jones again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal.
Good D.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down.
Good
Sacked
fucking D.
5-yard line. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th
Shit,
down,
Abram.
4th and goal. Rodgers now to throw.
Good D. Good fucking D. Take the knee. Good fucking red zone.
And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball.
Y'all know what time it is. I ain't gotta say nothing. None at all. I ain't gotta say nothing. Y'all know what time it is. Told you, if you can't score fast against me, it's gonna be a problem. I do need to make a
one-play drive last time. See if the defense, you know, they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you.
That's my 4th play of the game.
They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Well, let me stop. Let me take this out. Put that in.
Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the
Take
answer
that
is
out.
yes.
Go back with that.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality, firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Might go single back doubles wide off close.
For this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 35 on 2nd down, Carr steps away to his left.
Good fucking read.
And Carr gives himself up, but not before he picks up a 1st down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40, and he'll get this down to the 39-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr right back to Waller. He's got it this time. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Again, they'll throw with Carr.
Good user.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Carr now on 1st down. Gonna throw deep for the end zone.
I get a flag?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
That sucks. I didn't even throw it. I tried to throw it to running back. Probably fat fingered it.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now this series could very well determine our outcome. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Back to throw, Rodgers.
Got him again with it. Let's go.
He's taken down.
Man got 4 sacks off that one play.
In there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers.
Good D.
Going to be incomplete. The coverage.
Good fucking D.
The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Big hold of the 30. It's complete. Lazard, and all the way up to the 31-yard line. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw, got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. Pass complete, it's Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw.
User.
Oh, trying to get that.
My dollar is undefeated. You cannot stop this dollar defense.
And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game to come up with that interception.
I could have scored on my last drive. I fat fingered the wrong button. What happens when you get old?
In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Woo, that's a dot. I'm gonna call that timeout. Game over, bro. You can't play man on me.
How about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England.
GG's, bro.
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Let's go end it smart. Don't try to take an extra play, bro. Because I've had instances where I take the extra play and I throw a pick 6 in the game. You know, so just play for the win. And there's no point trying to showboat at that point.
What a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room.
I only threw the ball like, I don't even think I had the ball like 2 minutes. Other than that one.
They just played better. Whatever it was, it all came together.
There's
in the
time of
second
possession.
half, and no points were allowed. That's a
Like I literally didn't even have the ball. Look there. I had the ball for 4 minutes. And he had it for 16 minutes and only scored 1 touchdown. That's how good that defense is. When Aaron Rodgers has the ball for 16 minutes and can only get 1 touchdown, and I have it for 4 minutes and I get 2, you know, like I probably could have got like 4. I can get like a touchdown in a minute. Sure, if I don't blue screen, bro. You might want to send it to me while I'm still in the head-to-head menu. That's crazy. Man had the ball for 16 minutes with Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, and all those weapons. Got sacked like 7 times. Only scored 1 touchdown, bro. If I had the ball for 16 minutes, y'all can only imagine what the score would be, right? Because I'm so aggressive on offense, like I don't hold on to the ball very long. Alright, so I got to back out of this screen. Hopefully I don't get blue screen, bro. Game be like real suspect. Do-do. Might as well just play with your team, bro. Don't try to play down to my level. Do you. I'm going to play on my team regardless what they're rated. If they rated 99, I'm still going to use them. Like, I'm not going to change. I play with my team. They rated 60, I'm still going to use them. Say hello, kitty kitty. Say hello to everybody.
Well, I'm still going to show all my favorite teams love, regardless if they're in my division or not.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both
I prefer the Bucks because I like challenges, bro. I like tough competition.
With the Las Vegas Raiders. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Jacksonville. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now Lawrence on first down. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn
Leg
that
spike.
you have to hold the safety.
Leg
you do
spike.
that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you get back to the throw that you really want to make.
He up there.
He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 46. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff for Drake. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Carr.
Good play.
He rifles one that's
Throw a bullet pass
intercepted.
instead of touch.
Picked off by Tyson
Actually, I should just do a high point.
Jaguars will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that will be incomplete.
Speed ain't gonna do nothing if you ain't got a quarterback that can get him the ball.
But it'll be 3rd down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Bam!
And now
Possession.
this is gonna depend on the spot.
Cannot possession catch, bro.
Just short. The Jags come up empty on 4th
You could have racked.
down.
You could have racked.
The Raider D, they get the football
Racked or
back.
aggressive. I do not possession. Yeah, you can. You can do any catch animation. If you go aggressive in that situation, he dives. Possession, he gets on the ground. You go rack, he's gonna grab it and keep going.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Deshaun Jackson, 54 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They'll try and run with Drake, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead.
Gotta mix it up on you a little bit.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Clay Brooks to return it.
Ooh, good shit,
Solid
Perryman.
return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the
Of all the
32.
people you could have ran into, you chose Perryman.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Look at me. Go. Check nickel. Undercrush.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Get him!
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On play action, Lawrence rolling to his right. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time.
Hey, Echo.
And they'll indeed go for it. Here's Lawrence.
Bro, he's ass. He is ass. You should have stuck with the Bucks, bro. You don't know what it's like down here sometimes, man. I have that same issue with Carr.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st down, it's Drake, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Play action to Drake, now Carr. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes.
I heard the footsteps.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw his Carr. Going for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to
Probably would have got me if you didn't play contain.
Thus far, they've been able to
Contain doesn't rush.
very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, "Can you guys pass protect? Let's take a."
I don't do like contain as like a single contain. Double contain is not going to rush if I stay in the
The
pocket.
kick by Carlson is good. And that will extend the lead to 11-0. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead.
Just one of those situations to take your points.
This is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Oh, a good return up past the.
Got him everywhere, bro.
Solid return, pretty good field. 2. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
I tipped it! No!
Complete as it's knocked away, but a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Lawrence will throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
My dollar defense.
And the Raiders are going to take possession as they.
I like Dollar, bro. Like, people cannot pass on it for real. I mean, they can, but you're not just going to get what you want.
And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does
you didn't throw that, you wouldn't get sacked.
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A throw left side to start the drive is complete.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Second and 2. To throw, it's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Carr. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10. 4. Carr to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Into double coverage.
That under pressure crap.
Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Jags are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one where you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. To throw on 2nd and 6.
Oh, you got to jump, Diablo.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence.
Good hit.
Falls to the ground. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. On third down, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And a dump off here to Robinson. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Lawrence. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. He's at the 40, the 20.
Block for me. Shit.
And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Second and goal from the 1. Smith, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So now here's Derek Carr leading his guys up to go for 2. They'll try and run it here.
Ah! I shouldn't have turboed. I had you.
Stayed home and they'll stop him behind the line.
I killed myself. I shouldn't have turboed.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Clay Brooks to return it.
Woo! They everywhere, bro. They everywhere. I got like 7 of them hoes. Damn near the entire special team. And then the ones that don't got it got like over 80 hit power. They deadly.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Going right side here, and that's complete. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Good blitz.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack.
I like using Trafon as a safety in my big nickel.
As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
In case I need to box down to somebody's motion into a slot, he can cover.
from the gun on third down, Lawrence. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
At 2 beaters.
Not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. The final shot here before half for Carr.
Oh, the fullback was wide open.
That's it for the first half.
Ooh, shit.
We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back, Charles.
You know I throw the ball fast. You're not going to get too many sacks on it.
Number 3.
I usually know who's open before I throw it.
And they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Jackson now to return. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
I see you ain't go. Let's go.
And he's brought down.
Let's go.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting
I usually catch insane.
and comes up with a really nice gain.
On play action, now Carr. He'll look down.
Ooh, that was bad.
Waller. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's going to spam
Look at this
blitzes.
with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Now Carr again. Forced out to his
Throw it
left.
away.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Here's Carr.
Edwards!
One out.
No! Yeah, no! I almost got your ass.
They weren't scared of
Ah!
but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely
Damn!
and force that incompletion.
That was...
They're going to go for it on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. He'll look downfield for Waller. And it's
If I still had Ruggs, bro, he could make those plays happen.
And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 down, they'll come up on 1st and 10. inside the 30. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And Sharp calls it in. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. They'll drop this one off with ETN. And he will get this into the end zone for the Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. It's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
From the 31, Mariota. That's into the hands of Edwards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action. Mariota. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
Shit ain't go.
Stopped right at midfield.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers. The only guys that catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Off the play fake, Mariota.
Good user. Good fucking user.
Inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That Darren Waller, bro. You've got a small ass corner on.
On EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And this will be caught.
Why would you play man?
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd down, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that can come back and get you.
Jacobs again. And Jacobs, I don't think he's going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of first. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Is that right there?
They'll try and pound it in with Blake. That he's over the line.
Good shit.
And in for a Raider touchdown.
That's not a run blitz, bro. This is a zone blitz. It's pass blitzing. Cover 3 is your run blitz.
Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
When I run the ball, bro, I'm a different animal. Because you got to account for it. On top of my passing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Clay Brooks to return it. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
Safer to just get on the ground, bro. Because you can still take those hits running out of bounds.
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He'll let it fly for Austin. And now here's another interception. Jonathan Abram.
What's his throw power? Alrighty then. GG's. That dollar defense, bro. And like I said, I just added that. And you caused me to get blue screen, bro. Fuck.